Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. This is my California Extreme Makeover Mustang, and this is, I believe, her 4th ride. So like I said before, I'm not going to show the tacking up and moving her in the round pen anymore because it's pretty much the same. So I did warm her up in the round pen, but then I didn't ride her in the round pen. I started out here right away, so this is just the beginning of our ride. She's still pretty sticky to take off, and I have to be pretty clear on my steering. And we're still in a halter right now. We're probably going to stay in a halter for, I think, 2 or 3 more rides. And this is the day before we go on a road trip. So tomorrow we are going to head to our next destination. So I want to make sure that she's good in this arena before we head anywhere else, and she's pretty calm. I just tested the brakes there, did a 1 rein stop. I want to make sure she completely stops moving her feet before I release that rein and ask her to move forward again. We had a little bit of a spook there. I'm just going to stay calm through it, ask her to flex, and then start walking forward again. I'm not really a fan of over flexing them and making their hip move a crazy amount. I just like to make sure I can bend their nose, but then I really like to keep that forward motion and make them think forward rather than getting them stuck in behind my leg. So you can kind of tell and see in the progression that every day her steering is improving. She's definitely still wanting to bulge out with her shoulders, but she had a nice turn there. And this horse really processes and thinks through things, so that's why she kind of gets stuck a lot. But again, like I talked about before, once I get her into a bigger area, I think it's going to be easier for her to move out and think about going forward. She really wants to draw back to that round pen because sometimes she's turned out there. But I just like to compare this to the first day or the second day where I really had to get after her about keeping that forward motion. And now we're able to keep a pretty good forward motion. Alright, my camera battery just died and I just had to go show Snooze to someone, and I don't remember what I was saying, so sorry if I repeat something. So there I tried to use my legs more to turn her. And I wanted to keep her in a small circle over near this gate at the trot right now.
Let's keep doing it. Come on. You want to do it?
And I have my friend videoing, and she doesn't normally video horses riding, so there was a couple times that it cut out. So you can see I'm really trying to push her forward right here. So the point of me having her trot near the gate and working her more over there was because she kept trying to pull me to it, so I was going to make that a place where she had to work harder, and then when she walked away it was easy for her. I wasn't asking her to turn or trot, I just wanted her to walk out nice and easy. So I want her to move forward, but now I have to sacrifice forward movement for steering because she's trying to still go through that gate and over to that corner of the arena. My friend just keeps cutting out with the filming, so I apologize for that. But you can really see what a good brain this mare has on her. She never gets upset or fussy over the corrections or when I'm trying to be clear with what I'm asking her. So now I'm using my left leg or my outside leg to get her to turn. So now we're back into just taking a couple steps and then needing some more forward motivation. She's starting to get behind my leg more again. Getting her hip over with my leg. So right now I'm trying to use the obstacles, which I like doing this with green horses. It's a good focal point for both me and my horse. So I'm using them just to circle, work on her steering. So her steering actually looks pretty good there. The reason I have to go to the rein is because I don't want to make her dull to my leg. I'm going to ask with my leg, I'm going to ask with my voice, and then I have to resort to that rein to get her to move. So and throughout my training, even on the ground and under saddle, I tend to just scratch my horses a lot as a reward, especially if they're the type of horses that kind of move their lip and really like it. So you'll see me scratch her neck a lot or under her neck. I think I was talking about this in the last video too, but I just want to make sure I have enough control before I go into a bigger area, but that's really going to help her want to move out. So this is my second time asking her to go over this. You saw my first time leaving the pen. Good. She's a little bit wobbly over it, but she goes after only a little bit of hesitation.
Girl.
I'm super excited for when I start riding her in a bridle in a more open area to get that forward motion. I think she's going to be able to collect up pretty well. So now we're having some steering difficulties. I want her to go in between those two poles. She got stuck on the side, so I had to halt her and then direct her feet over.
There you go. There you go.
Good, that was a better trot transition. So her go-to is to like go right into obstacles, so she has to stop moving. So that's where the steering comes into play. I'm doing everything I can right now with my body. I am pumping it, I am over-exaggerating everything, which I need to remember does not help. If I do chicken wings and flap my arms, that will not make my horse go faster. So I need to be a little bit more aware of my body language. Not that it's going to affect her in a negative way, but it's just sloppy. So we actually had a decent halt going into there. Of course, she loves stopping. Anyone could have predicted that. Our backup wasn't straight, but it's only like our third or fourth time backing up. And she's doing it fairly soft. She's in a halter and she's responding. So I just want her to finish it. Good. Probably should have fly sprayed her before I got on. Good, I really like that release she just had. She's licking and chewing. She unlocked her jaw. So you can see her looking from side to side. She's like, give me a direction, give me a way to go. So it's that same thing. If my horse is getting stuck going forward, I'm going to change the direction that we're traveling. It's much easier to get their feet unstuck if you ask them to move to the side, which kind of puts them off balance rather than trying to drive them forward. It's the same as when you're trying to teach one of these wild Mustangs how to lead. You ask them to take a step to the side first, not straight forward. So that was pretty good though. We got to go over the pedestal, we trotted up through the chute and halted and had a semi-okay backup. See what she thinks about this curtain. No big deal. That was awesome. Okay, so that's the end of this day with her. That was our 4th ride, and now we're gonna hit the road and head to Creston, California.